Hesitant about hybrid? Say R. 5 R's I'm talking about this week. The realise we're not going to go back to the way it was before. Reflect on what we've learned. Rethink, reimagine and reinvent. So having realised, and it's a wake-up call, and then reflected on what worked well, and then rethink what the working model for your organisation is going to look like. Now's the fun part, reimagine. This is where we just let all constraints, don't even think about them. Reimagine, ask the question, what can be different? What do we want to be different? And do this as a collaboration across the organisation. Everybody should be allowed to reimagine work in your organisation. Reimagine how you're going to transition the rituals that you and ceremonies that you had in a co-located physical environment into a hybrid environment where there's people physically co-located and people working remote. How are you going to create this culture I talked about on Monday about Dropbox's culture? That culture is not centered around a physical location. Culture is about how we connect and build communities and share our values and beliefs and behaviours. So reimagine how you're going to create that culture across your hybrid working environment. Reimagine your office. So one thing that a lot of people are asking as the first cab off the rank, if you like, is how much space are we going to need? And that's the wrong question. You need to realise, reflect and rethink and get to reimagine before you can even think of that question. The question is not how much space will we need? It's when you've done all the things and reimagined your space, you ask how much space do we need? You need to have done the analysis of the roles and tasks that people carry out and who's going to work remotely and who's going to work in 2 locations and who's going to work solely in 1 location. So many questions, and now it's time to reimagine the office. And I mentioned Dropbox this week. Have a look at what they've done. They've turned the office into a studio, and it's amazing. And it's a collaboration space and a space for social. So they've got rid of the word office altogether. So have a look at what other people, great ideas. Don't copy them, but look what some of the great ideas that people are coming up with. So it's all about thinking outside the square, if you like, thinking holistically, thinking what is possible now as we go forward. Reimagine the technology that you can leverage. Reimagine, look at what some of the great technology advances that are happening now. You know, look at Microsoft Mesh and Google Project Starline. Amazing stuff it'll be here tomorrow. So reimagine.